What's up, ladies and gentlemen? FPS Mayo. Tonight, I don't even know what time it is anymore. I am so tired. I've been grinding all day to get this Obsidian camo, and I'm hyped to finally share it with you and share with you the best way that I found to get it. Now, I got the 725 Damascus, so primarily I'm going to be sharing with you how the best way to do that is, but I'm also going to go over some of the other guns, their requirements, what it takes to get that for the other guns. So if you're into that, stay tuned for the video. Let's get into it. Okay, now that that's over, what you're watching on the screen right now is Shoot House, and I am playing using the 725, which I have which I have Obsidian. So that's what you're going to be seeing while I'm going through this. Now, what is Obsidian? Obsidian is the new master camo that Activision released with their latest mid-season update, and what it takes is a whole bunch of different things. So with shotguns, for instance, now don't judge me, I chose the 725 mostly to piss people off. I'm not gonna lie, when you go into a search lobby or something like that and you have the 725 Obsidian, people are gonna be pissed, so of course that's funny. Anyways, so the requirements for this is 150 matches. You have to get 15 kills. Now, here's the caveat. It stacks. You're not just getting 15 kills, leave a match, start another match. If you get 30 kills in a match, well, guess what? That counts for 2. But you have to do it 150 times, which I think is crazy, and that's why it's a grind. Speaking of grind, if you want to know how long it actually took me to get this shotgun done, and I grinded it. I grinded this. It took me probably, I want to say 8 hours, maybe 10 hours even. It was a lot of work, and that's on Shoot the Ship. Can you imagine if the maps were bigger and not as frequent to see enemies? I'm talking like I'm even dropping 75 kills some of these games, even 100 in shipment when crazy game modes like Hardpoint come out. So for instance, in maps like that, you can get up to 5 of these 150 done. So you can get 5 out of 150 in one game if you're really sweating. Now, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. If you don't have access to Shoot the Ship playlist, because it won't be here forever, you can do it passively. You don't have to grind for it. Like if you have the M4A1 gold and you use it all the time, you will end up getting it. It's just going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a long time, and that's why they say it's a grind. But if you just grind it out, it's going to take you probably a day of gameplay. Now, here's the other point that I'd like to make, is we have access to 2 of the smallest maps with the most frequent player count, the most frequent engagements available to us right now. So I would recommend taking advantage of that. Play Shoot the Ship. If you're trying to grind this out and trying to get it, then do it on Shoot the Ship, because that is going to happen the fastest. Like I say, you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6, I don't know, 10 if you're really good. If you can drop 150 kills with just guns, then you're going to get about 10 of them out of 150 done in one game. So maybe you can do it faster, maybe it's going to take you longer. It's not a competition, but what matters is that you want to get it and you're going to do it. So before we get any further, I'm just going to interject my class setup that I was using on the 75. If you want to use the 725, I think this was the best. It brings the most mobility, the quickest ADS speed, and the range is actually really good. You can jump around, you can slide, you can pop people. It's a little inconsistent, I find, as compared to when you run a longer barrel, a little bit slower of a setup. But if you're running a slower setup, this gun really is slow. I almost compare it to the movement of an LMG, and just the way I play, I don't know if you can see it from watching my videos, I cannot play slow. I like rushing, I like running in there, jumping, sliding. I have the controller to do it, so why not do it? But here's the class setup. I'm going to walk you through it right now. So first off, I'm going to put the choke on it. This tightens up the pellet spread. Doesn't matter. I'm just messing around with the Gunsmith Customs. But because I'm running the sawed-off barrel as well, that's the next attachment that I'm running, I want to have that tightened up. Because if you just run the sawed-off, the pellet spread's going to be huge. You want to dial that in a little for a little bit better accuracy. Now, the stock, I put no stock. I put, sawed-off in this case, specifically for the movement and in-down sight speed. I hate moving slow, so I want this to be as fast as possible. So chop that stock off. Chop it right off. Chainsaw, it doesn't matter to me. Sleight of hand. This gun only shoots 2 bullets or 2 slugs, shotgun shells, whatever you want to call it. Only shoots it in 2s. So, sleight of hand, I think, absolutely necessary so that you can get those 2 bullets back in there and get shooting quicker. Now, the last attachment that I put on this gun is the 5 milliwatt laser, and I did that for sprint to fire speed and hip fire accuracy because you're going to be hip firing a lot with this gun, and if you're not, then the sprint to fire speed is awesome to have. This gun is such a fast setup, and I'm not kidding, the range, even though it's a sawed-off barrel, the range on this gun is absolutely insane. Now, this is also what it looks like in the menus, so if you've been paying attention, that's what it looks sawed off. Now, I'm putting a bunch of attachments on to make it the biggest possible gun with the most surface area to show Obsidian off. And you know what? Some people say Obsidian doesn't look that good. I think this looks awesome. I think Obsidian is really cool. Now, one thing though that I'm not sure about is, okay, so you get the gold camo. Say you get gold on all the SMGs, well, you get platinum. Now, what happens if you get Obsidian on all different guns in a class? So what I'm going to do is, and I'll post the results soon enough once I find out. It's going to take me a while, probably 4 days I'll put the video out, but I'm going to be grinding. So back to the topic. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Obsidian on all the shotguns and see if it unlocks something cooler, because I know people feel like there should be more. There should be more. I feel like there should be more. So for instance, maybe there's little yellow streaks in them and there's little purple streaks. I really like the camo, but to be honest, I think they could have done a better job. Now, Activision is a great game producer. They're not stupid. They know what we want. They know that nobody wanted just plain black. So is there a hidden camo? Is there something they're not telling us? And they love doing that. They don't always tell us everything, Activision being they. So why the heck wouldn't they sneak a little Easter egg in there for us to find out for ourselves? So I'm going to try and do the research, and I'm going to bring it back to you guys and let you guys know as soon as possible. So that was the class setup. Let's get back to the rest of the video. So for shotguns, LMGs, SMGs, and marksman rifles, it's going to be 15 kills in 150 matches. Now, that's a lot, but here's one thing I'm not entirely sure about. So the way that it's worded, it says 15 kills in 150 matches. So say I get 28 kills, do those 13 additional kills, do they round up? Or do they count towards the next 15, you know? So if I get 2 kills in the next match, because the way they word it doesn't really make it sound that specific. So I'm not entirely sure. And there were certain instances where I would only drop 25 kills in a game, but I would unlock 2 of the progression tiers in order to get to the 150. So I'm not entirely sure. Now, some of the other guns are a little bit different. The launchers, for instance, require 100 streaks to be taken out of the air or ground, whatever you want to say there. And then the RPG is 5 kills in 115 matches, I believe, I'm not mistaken. Now, I'm not entirely sure about Riot Shield. Actually, Riot Shield is 750 kills. You can just get straight kills, and I'd recommend, if you are going to do that, the best way to do that would be shoot the ship, because there's so many people, and hardcore. Hardcore because it's a one-tap. You can one-tap people with the shield. You don't have to two-tap them. Two-tapping people with the shield is dang near impossible, so unless you're really confident in yourself, I wouldn't recommend that. Handguns is 15 kills in a match 100 times. The combat knife is to kill 10 enemies in 125 matches. Now, I forgot to mention something earlier. So, if you go gold, and then you get platinum, and you unlock a different type of obsidian, what happens if you get obsidian on all guns? Do you get like the master camo? Or what happens if you have Damascus and then you get obsidian on every gun too? Do you get like this crazy? I don't know. I feel like if you're going to go to all that effort, like someone out there is going to, you should really have something make it worth it. Now, my final tip for this video is going to be, and I've already said it, shoot the ship. Use that as much as you can. Snipers, LMGs, rocket launchers, as toxic as that sound, just do it all in there because there's so many people. Sure, if you're using snipers and marksmen, you're going to get better at quickscoping too because there's so many people, but I'm telling you, you should really utilize shoot the ship while it's here because it's been a while since we've last had it and it's a fan favorite, so they know we want it. Please listen to us, Activision, but I'm just saying absolutely utilize that. And so that's all I have today, and I know there's some unanswered questions such as the exact requirements, and once I find the answers out, I'll include them in the next video, and it will probably be the video regarding the platinum to obsidian ratio where you might get extra little things for getting all guns in a class obsidian, and I'll let you know in that video. That's all I got for today, folks. If you liked the video, drop a like. If you're one of the many people who watch my videos but aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and come back. Turn notifications on so you know when I'm dropping all the latest videos. If you made it this far in the video, let me know by saying what your favorite part of this video was, so then I can grow on the videos. I love you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in. I am out. The rest of the gameplay is going to be left on so you guys can watch it. Ooh. Dude, this guy quickscoping is actually filthy. Hate to admit it.
There's two of them.
Location secured. Get ready, we're about to move.
Bitch.